So, I am Dr. Thenmozhi, Department of Zoology, St.Joseph's College of Arts and Science, Cuddalore. Today my topic is types of immunity. The following discussions will be made. First part is introduction, then types of immunity, nature or innate immunity, acquired immunity, mechanism of immunity, and references. First of all, about immunity. What is immunity? Immunity is the ability of the body to protect against all type of foreign bodies like bacteria, viruses, toxic substances, etc. that will enter into our body. As it protects us from diseases, it is called disease resistance. Lack of immunity is known as susceptibility. Immunity is done by immune system, which is a complex network of lymphoid organs such as bone marrow, thymus and spleen. The different types of immunity. There are two major type of immunity are innate immunity and acquired immunity. Innate immunity are of four types: anatomical barriers, phagocytic barriers, blood proteins and cytokinins. Acquired immunity is of two types: passive immunity and active immunity. Passive immunity and active immunity is again divided into natural and artificial. What is innate immunity? It is otherwise called as natural immunity or native immunity, that the immunity that already created in our body. It consists of various mechanisms before infection and are capable of rapid responses to microbes. It comprises of four types of defense barriers. They are anatomical barriers, phagocytic barrier, blood proteins and cytokinins. Anatomical barriers includes the following barriers. One is skin, another one mucous membrane. The skin is one of the mechanical barriers that retards the entry of microbes. It consists of sweat glands that produces sweat, which is having acidic environment. The pH ranges between 3 to 5 that retards the growth of the microbes. Mucous membranes is present in almost all the inner organs as its lining. That is, that mucus entraps the foreign microorganisms. Physiological barriers such as temperature and low pH, that is body temperature and fever response that inhibit the growth of some pathogens. Low pH in the form of stomach, we have hydrochloric acid that is having the pH of 2 that kills most of the ingested microorganisms. Phagocytic barriers like it will engulf or ingest or destroy the microbes by endocytosis or phagocytosis. Example, neutrophils, macrophages and naturally killing cells. Inflammatory barriers such as tissue damage and infection that induce the leakage of vascular fluid containing serum protein with antibacterial activities. Types of innate immunity. There are three types: species immunity, racial immunity, individual immunity. Species immunity means it is a total immunity shown by the members of a species. For example, in birds, it is naturally produced in its body with the immune response to tetanus. Racial immunity is that various races show marked differences in the resistance to certain infectious diseases. Individual immunity is a specific immunity that each and every individual, despite having same racial or species background. Acquired immunity. It is otherwise called as adaptive immunity, that it is developed by the host in its body after the exposure to suitable antigen. The characteristics of acquired immunity. It is having antigenic specificity, it is having diversity, immunological memory, self or non-self recognition. Types of acquired immunity, mainly two types: active and passive immunity. Active immunity is induced by natural exposure to the pathogen or by vaccination. It can be categorized into two types: naturally acquired or artificially acquired. Passive immunity is to achieve by transfer immune products such as antibody or sensitized T cells or B cells from immune individual to non-immune individual. It is out of two types: naturally acquired and artificially acquired. Mechanism of active immunity. Our body immune system provide protection by synthesizing antibodies or immunoglobulins in response to an antigen. Primary immune response, that is, takes place when the host is attacked by certain microbes for the first time. These antibodies starts to generate after certain period as the binding of an antigen with its particular antibody is very specific. Secondary immune response occurs when an individual is being attacked by the same antigen subsequently. It is a rapid process. Acquired immune response takes place two distinct forms, that is humoral and cell-mediated immune response. Humoral immunity, in which involves the natural antibodies or immunoglobulins in our bodies like T cells and B cells. They will kill the microbes that is enter into our body in the form of antigen that will be killed by the T cells or B cells, called as humoral immunity. Cellular immunity means in which the immune response is done by various kinds of cells like T helper cells, antigen processing cells, and cytokines. Thank you.